Hello everyone, I'm Hermit and welcome back to the Tabletop Solo. Today we're diving into one of the solo greats, Sean Tompkins' Ironsworn. Ironsworn places you in the shoes of a hero, an Ironsworn, who embarks on perilous quest to fulfill iron-bound vows. This epic adventure unfolds in the Norse-inspired world of the Ironlands. Now this setting strikes that perfect balance between providing a dark, low fantasy atmosphere and leaving lots of room for your interpretations as the player. Rather than delving deep into every mechanic of the game, I'm actually going to urge you guys to experience Ironsworn for yourself. You can download all the materials you need to play the game for free at ironswornrpg.com. Sean Tompkins, the game's creator, has been incredibly generous in making the 270-page core rulebook available to download at no cost. While this won't be an exhaustive video, I will touch on key aspects like character creation and how crafting stories works in Ironsworn. In this game, your character's essence revolves around two main elements: stats and assets. Ironsworn features 5 core stats, each value of the stat ranging from 1 to 3. These stats are integral to your character and influence dice rolls when relevant. The stats are Edge, which is basically your agility and range combat expertise. Heart is your courage, charisma, and willpower. Iron is your physical strength and endurance. Shadow is sneakiness and cunning. And Wits is your knowledge and expertise. During character creation, you'll distribute the array 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1 among these stats in any order you desire. Assets are the other pillar of your character. They represent background, skills, and traits. You start by choosing 3 assets during character creation, with opportunities to acquire more or upgrade existing ones as your story unfolds. Ironsworn is a classless game, so assets heavily influence your playstyle. Ironsworn introduces 4 types of assets, each with their own unique mechanics and narrative distinctions. Path reflects your character's backstory and their potential growth throughout your adventures. Combat talents offer martial expertise and specific bonuses. These assets are often tied to particular weapons, however. Companions bring NPCs into your quest, from humans to various creatures. And rituals allow you to harness magic through, well, rituals. They offer a range of benefits and risks based on dice rolls. Now, each category of asset has many different to choose from. The ones that I showed on screen, literally a fraction of the options you have. So about every playthrough you do of Ironsworn is bound to be a bit different. Now, one of my favorite parts about Ironsworn is you only need 3 dice to play it. 1 6-sided action die, and 2 10-sided challenge dice. Bonuses from your stats and assets are added onto the d6, with the aim to roll higher than the individual values on each d10. A strong hit beats both of the challenge dice, a weak hit beats one, and a miss falls short of both. Now these outcomes can lead to pretty fantastic story moments. I know I've had quite a few that have ranged from the awesome to the frustrating. You'll be engaging with this dice roll mechanic pretty much every time you want to do something to meaningfully impact the story that you're trying to tell. And speaking of story, how does one navigate a story in a game without a GM? How are quests paced without someone tracking them? Well, Ironsworn addressed these questions with oracle tables and progress tracks. As you play Ironsworn, you'll be prompted often to roll a d100, or 2 d10s to those not in the know, on various tables. This includes the Ask the Oracle table, which is a simple yes or no resource, and 19 other tables absolutely brimming with creative prompts and descriptions. These tables can provide a wealth of narrative inspiration. Progress tracks, on the other hand, help guide those creative possibilities from the Oracle table. These tracks measure your progress, obviously, and determine quest outcomes. They come into play for Iron Vows, which are the quests you undertake, travel, combat, and more. A progress track consists of 10 boxes that you fill as you make strides towards your goal. The challenge rank, ranging from troublesome to epic, determines the pace of filling these boxes. Basically, the higher the rank, the longer it takes to fill in the boxes. It introduces a nice set of pacing to your adventures. Once the progress track is full, or even before that if you like living on the wild side, you can roll the 2d10 challenge dice against the track's value to determine success. This is called a progress move, and it follows the same strong hit, weak hit, and miss outcomes. Failing a progress move, even with all 10 boxes filled, is possible and can lead to some pretty captivating narrative moments, I'll tell you. Now, talking about a game is a really great way to convey how to play it, but an even better way to convey how to play it is to, well, actually play it. But before that, let's set the stage. As the sun set, the darkening forest seemed to devour Bjorn on his journey back to the village. What was once a welcoming canopy of leaves now appeared as a menacing black mass swaying in the howling wind. He shivered, pulling his fur cloak hood tighter as his stomach growled. With a determined step, he muttered to himself, "Can't be late for dinner." In an instant, the forest fell silent, a suffocating hush closing in from all sides. His breath caught in his throat as he locked eyes with an enormous set of glowing orbs ahead. A gaping maw beneath them revealed several glinting fangs in the dim light. The creature's voice, a grotesque parody of human speech, echoed eerily, "Can't be late for dinner." Without hesitation, it charged towards Bjorn. He tightened his grip on his sword, raising it in defense, ready to confront the impending threat. Hope you guys enjoyed that little story. I thought it'd be a good way to introduce combat, because we didn't really talk about it in the main part of the video, because there's a lot of intricacies to the gameplay loop, for lack of a better term. So I figured I could set up a little encounter. We could try to help Bjorn out of this, and I could introduce you to a few other things that I didn't really talk about, such as health. It's a very basic, like HP. Spirit is kind of our mental wellness. Supply we won't really get into because it has to do with how prepared you are from an item standpoint. They kind of abstracted supply to make it a bit easier to manage. And momentum. Momentum is probably one of the most important mechanics in Ironsworn. It allows you to cancel any challenge dice which are less than your momentum value. After you burn the momentum, you have to reset it. So basically, if we get this momentum high enough and you increase your momentum through various moves, if you succeed on them, talents, combat talents can help you with that. Some other assets can help you with that. But whenever you're prompted to, you can increase your momentum, and you can burn your momentum to cancel out challenge dice, which is very nice. It has saved me many a time. But yeah, I think I mentioned that we have a dice cam now. The Meat Golem was kind enough to go out and buy us one. Very cool, Meat Golem, thank you. But yeah, without further ado, I think we can at least get into combat, try to help Bjorn out of this, and we'll see what we can see if we can save him, or if he can save himself at least. So let's go to combat. So for combat moves, you start out with Enter the Fray. So first for Enter the Fray, we have to assign a rank to our foe. Remember the ranks I talked about that go from troublesome to epic? Well, we're going to assign the beast with dangerous. So that means whenever we inflict harm upon him, That fills in 2 progress blocks for the progress track. But that also means he inflicts 2 harm on us, which, if we're not careful, Bjorn may die. And then we have to determine for Enter the Fray who has initiative. And in Ironsworn, initiative basically means are you acting or reacting? There's no like turn order. There's just you either have initiative or you don't. And so we're going to start off by rolling heart. So you could see in the top that he has 2 heart. That means we're facing off against this beast with bravery, courage, steadfastness, that sort of thing. So we draw our blade and we attack him. So we're starting off strong with a miss. So you can see that we rolled a 1 on the action dice with our +2. That is a 3. So that beat neither the 4 nor the 6 on the challenge dice. So we're starting off strong. If we miss, that means we have to pay the price. So let's see if I can find that. Yeah. So pay the price is one of those D100 Oracle tables that I told you guys about. This will determine the outcome of us kind of fumbling that Enter the Fray move. So we're going to roll these 2d10s. The blue will be in the 10s place. The green will be in the 1s place. So let's see what we get. So that is a 62. A 62, it is harmful. So that means we have to endure harm. So let's see. Endure harm when you face physical damage. You suffer health equal to the foe's rank, so we lose 2 health. 2 health. So 1, 2, move it down to 3. And after that, we have to roll either health or iron, whichever is higher. So that means it's a +3 either way. So the good thing about this is that if we do get a strong hit, we're going to have the initiative back. Like whenever you make a strong hit in combat, you get the initiative back. So we can still turn this around. Okay. Come on, Bjorn. So, yeah, that is a 7 because of the 4 action dice plus our 3. And there's a 1 and a 3 on the challenge dice. So yeah, that is a strong hit. So we can choose 2. We can either shake it off, which if your health is greater than 0, suffer 1 momentum in exchange for 1 health. Or we can embrace the pain and take 1 momentum. I'm going to reduce our momentum by 1 to get 1 health back. So it is at +1 now, and we get 4 health back. So, but we do have the initiative, so we can strike now. So a strike move is when you have initiative and you attack in close quarters, or you can attack in at range. Either of those options, you have to roll either iron for close quarters and edge for range. So we're going to roll iron. That is a +3. Yeah, so a 5 + 3 is an 8. There's a 5 challenge dice and a 6 challenge dice. That has a strong hit. So that means we fill in 2 boxes of progress. We're getting somewhere, guys. I think what this means is I think we slash the beast really well across the chest and he howls out in pain. So he's mad. But we still have the initiative, so we can strike again. So another +3. Okay, so that is a 9 because we rolled a 3 on our challenge dice, and that is a 7 and a 4 on And we rolled a 6 on our action dice, and that's a 7 and a 4 on the challenge. So that is another strong hit. So we got 2 in a row. I think Bjorn caught the beast on the back foot, so he was off balance. So we got 4 of our boxes filled. Whew. Hopefully this keeps going. Because Ironsworn could be stressful, man. Okay. So we'll strike again. So we'll be rolling iron. So that is a 6 and a 6. So that is a weak hit. We inflict our harm, but we lose initiative. Actually, no. No, it is a miss, because it is a 6 and a 7. Yeah. Yeah. You have to beat it. You can't meet it, so. So we must pay the price now, you guys. Right. So we'll roll on that D100 table. So blue is 10s, green is single digit place. 27. Something of value is lost or destroyed. So what I'm going to interpret this as is, I think when the beast attacked us, he managed to knock our shield out of our hand. So we won't be able to benefit from our shield talent anymore. Not that we've really been using our talents, but it's nice to have them if you need them. So we don't have access to our shield anymore, which is kind of frightening, but we will carry on. So we are going to clash. So as a +3. Yeah, so that is a weak hit. We inflict our harm, so we are at 6 boxes filled. We have to pay our price. So we'll go down to the pay our price again. Yeah, I think the beast managed to stagger Bjorn during this. That is 56. So it causes a delay or puts you at a disadvantage. So we have to think about what that means in the narrative and the mechanical. Puts you at disadvantage. I think that this means that the beast manages to destroy the armor we're wearing. You saw that we are benefiting from the lightly armored, ironclad combat talent. So we're not going to be able to benefit from this anymore. Yeah, sometimes you have to just interpret how you interpret. There's no real wrong answer to your interpretations. You just have to make them meaningful and kind of reflect what you rolled. So we need to try to clash again. Okay, so that, yeah, we get another weak hit. So we could pay the price. Or there is one move we could do. It's called Turn the Tide. So once per fight, when you risk it all, you may steal the initiative from your foe to make a move. This can't be a progress move. But when you do, you add 1 and take 1 momentum on a hit. Okay, so I'm going to try to clash again, and we'll add a +1 to this. So you can use this once per fight anytime you want to. So let's try to do this. So we'll have a +4 to our roll. Let's see if you can see these. Yeah, we've got a... Ooh. So we've got a 7 for our action dice, so that beats 1. Okay. You fail to score a hit on that move. So we got a weak hit. It doesn't say you have to make a strong hit, so I'm just going to say that we managed to turn that around, and we have the initiative. So we add a momentum, so we get +1 momentum, and we have the initiative back. So let's... Okay. So let's try to strike. Yeah, so that is a 2 plus a 3 on the action dice, so that beats it. And that is 2 harm. So we have a full progress track on this guy. So we can roll to end the fight. So that means we're basically rolling 2d10 against our progress track. So we have 10 progress. So we should be able to end it now. I've had times where that hasn't happened. But yeah, we beat him. I think we make a final decisive blow against right into the beast's belly, and he howls in pain and falls over. But Bjorn is victorious, and he came out of it relatively unscathed. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little combat section. It was very loose, and I'm still learning stuff. But any criticism you guys have, I would love to hear it. So, thank you. If you stuck with me this far, thank you for watching, and please consider downloading Ironsworn if you're curious about solo tabletop role-playing games. It's honestly a great system to start out with, and as mentioned before, the PDF for the core rules, the assets, everything else you'll need, absolutely free to download at ironswornrpg.com. If there's enough interest, I may also cover the Delve supplement, or I might even cover the spacefaring version of the game called Starforged. One of my goals for this channel is to do a long play solo campaign. I haven't decided on a system yet, but Ironsworn is definitely in the running. Anyways, if you enjoyed this content, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. Until next time, my friends, may all your adventures, whether shared or solo, be epic.